recording because all of this game will be on YouTube. Just what today? Okay. Don't worry, the game is supposed to look like this. Well, straight into it. Oh well, Club's Ace, did you find find out anything yesterday? And then Chief is our usual cheery self. All I can think about is the pile of dead bodies I witnessed. No, I have to ask about myself. Ask what my name is. What's your name? I've got a registry in the library. School registry, yeah, everyone's names. Look at the school registry, it might jog my memories. Go to the library. And the library's on the first floor. This way? No, it's the other. Oh yeah. Sakura. Oh, it's you, brother. You skipped archery practice again. What the hell is wrong with you? I'm sorry, brother, but it's me again. How many times must I repeat myself, Sakura? Are you stupid? You keep listening to her instead of me? Wait. Okay, my little sister. I don't have a sister, I mean, there's one of them, but I don't recently things have been kind of flaky. Damn it, what's this weird feeling? I believe you appear to be experiencing fatigue. Inserting apology text error detected. Please maintain a condominium, brother. Please relax. Inserting reassurance text error detected. What's up, Shinji? What's the matter, brother? Select desired sister personality. Things will get worse if you don't decide. But any choice you make will be the wrong one. B? No, this won't totally lose it, brother. Come. Down. What's going on? Damn, everything's going haywire. Brother, wait. Cease forward progress. No relation construct, brother. Second speak to skip and repeat, almost as if it's a malfunctioning robot. She was reading from a script before engaging in a normal conversation. Wasn't only the incredible feeling. The incredible fleeing Shinji. For God, exactly going insane. Vertigo, that caused me that's good results to waver. Something strange is happening to the world. Alright, oh, that's not this one. Is it on this form? That's the history of names. Which is likely, I think. Ah, the room is labelled library. Found it. Tsukimihara Academy Student Registry. Through this I should be able to remember everything about myself. I opened the book, beginning turning pages. Immediately I noticed something terribly wrong. Pages are blank. Blank. Every single page was blank. Which was last year's school registry. I started flipping through the pages. Blank. What's happening here? Who am I? Just what is this place? Something wrong with this place, but mainly it's the fact I can't remember who I am. So I wander the campus, I see Leo walking down a hallway on the first floor. Hopefully, I can't see why Leo would want to visit any of the freshmen. There's nothing but a dead end out there. I wonder what Leo is really up to. Someone or something hidden in the hallway. for some reason is examining the wall at the end of the hallway with almost excessive interest. The attention to detail is quite impressive, and the surrounding area is surprisingly substantial. If that was the case, this world is in some ways more real than the real world it represents. Let me quickly drink. I have to move really to get a drink anymore. Of course, the drink I want is right at the back. That one. Yeah, there we go. But that's just my opinion. How about you guys? What are your thoughts on this? Feels like my heart skips beat. Immediately my blood pressure skyrockets. Along with my body temperature. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. My pulse is like an explosion in my ears as my blood races through my veins. I reason is clear. It's time to face me. I now know if you're talking to me. Nobody else present besides the two of us. I believe this is the first time we've had much conversation. I don't feel any sense of hostility from there. In fact, his smile seems genuinely friendly. The smile has the same effect on me as the rising of the morning sun, warm and comforting. In addition to this smile, his presence is inviting and inclusive. I find myself drawn to him. My worries have vanished, but all I can think of is doing as he says. So anyway, he too. One feels like it in a haze. It's like Leo is controlling my thoughts in some way. Attending school wasn't half bad. I've never had the opportunity to go to one before now. I suspect this has been quite an interesting experience. However, the time of fun has come to an end. I did not come here to play at being a student. No matter how enjoyable the detour, eventually one must return to their appointed path. Yes, and for me, the time to do so has arrived. With final words, Leo turns his back to me. Farewell. No, that's not quite right. It will be accurate for this situation. For reasons I cannot explain, I have the distinct feeling that we will see each other again. So I guess I should use the more congenial see you later. Well, time for me to move on. I wish you the best of luck. After a while, Leo disappears. It's like he ceased to exist one moment. Sends on the wall. Next, he's gone. My friend and me seems to disappear before my very eyes. I'm just like, cheap joke, this is rejected his existence in it, but it feels like it was the opposite, that he refused to be constrained by it, and his special ability that allowed him to do so, just his strength of will. His departure, I feel as if the great weight has been lifted off my very being. Rather than cause for concern, it brings a fundamental question to mind. Who am I? The question pops into my head. It begins to take on life of its own, searing my brain. Investigate the wall that Leo disappeared through. There's a concrete wall at the end of the hallway, but the only thing on the floor is dust. But there must be something here to clear a walk through the wall. Turn around and go back down the hallway, and nothing happened. Because people message me. There's still things I need to know. I have no memory. That means I've never had anywhere else to go but here. No place to return to. I said that what I said. No matter how enjoyable the detour, one must eventually return to their appointed path. That's what he said, didn't he? That's all lies the appointed path, the truth. Everyone will learn the answer to my questions, even if those answers are painful. Ignorance is bliss. Do I have the fortitude to face the truth and accept it? I want to know. Something's different. Down to the floors and floors, Scorpius changed to the very substance of his being. For some reason, reality cracking in this way is intensely disturbing. The world around me is more real than a painting, but not even as real as a sandcastle. I feel like it's so real I could tap it and the echo would shake this whole world. That's the boring concrete. Where the boring concrete wall once stood, there's now a doorway that I can freely walk through. An entrance. No, an empty exit like stairs to the outside. Not something of this world. I have no doubt that the world the door leads to is utterly alien. Whoever waits inside, whatever shape it takes, there is a certain sort of finality to seeing it. Ultimately, I've committed to this path. I could feel out of the false world. My first step along the appointed path. On the door seems to be a dismal looking scrap. Out in front of me is a smooth-skinned effigy while trying to figure out what exactly to do with it. Welcome, potential master. Voice comes out of nowhere. Gee, if you read your sword and shield, lie ahead. It will move in response to your commands. And please proceed the truth that you seek by the head. A vision of the owner of that voice won't worry me, but it's obvious I won't learn anything by standing here. So there's no longer a path which I can continue. Yeah. Also, there is no longer a path by which I can return. I have no choice but to head into the darkness with only this strange doll's protection. In the deepest depths of the world beyond the door. This place must be the goal I'm supposed to reach. At least that's what I thought. Stifling, the oral purity that seems to act. Audience corrupted souls who try to enter. The feeling is familiar, but it has the feeling of a chapel where the spirits of the deceased still linger. First I noticed being overwhelmed by the grandeur of the room. One side is a young man in a familiar uniform lying still on the ground. Often, but there's no reply. I shake him in attempt to awake him. Oh, there it is. He is stone cold. I go pale. It's cold before me. Yeah, and I can no longer think coherently. All I can do is stare bewilderment. It is at this moment. Nefertiti's lying next to the male student. Pushes his feet with the clatter. Before I get a chance to make sense of what's going on, he twists around and comes right at me. Very fucking slowly. You seem to be lacking as well. Lieutenant Johnson, that's it. It seems I wasn't qualified to be here. Me? Qualifications? That's right, I should know everything by now. Truth is to be here. Now. Everything's going dark. I'm not even really scared. The only feeling that remains in me is regret. Even at the very end, I was unable to remember anything about myself. Someone, anyone, if you make it beyond here, please don't forget my name. It was such a surprise when I saw Alco and I think it's Alco, I mean. Faked extra. Sorry has ended, but what about yours? Oh shit, I wasn't reading. Ooh. Woman who wields a sword boldly, a stone warrior cloaked in red robes, or a magical fox skill. Well, when I first played this, I didn't play the whole thing, but I did like half a playthrough. I did Nero, which is the woman who wields a sword. That's Emiya, or there's Tamamo. I think I'm going to go Tamamo. After a minute, half demon shaman clad in revealing robes, this 7 is for players who turns basic. Oh wait, are these difficulties? The only method to get robed in red plate 7 is for players who want to use a variety of skills. Ah, I didn't actually know that these were like actual difficulty levels. Ah, well, if that's the case, I'm using Nero. If that's the case, I'm using the easy one. Very roughly, I don't think I dream, I suddenly find myself walking to school. It worsens day by day until it finally buzzes in my head like an alarm. That day, the Putnams, I wake up twice as fast as normal. On the schoolyard, it's clear and cloudless. 7:30 a.m. Season's in. I forget what season it is. I start to get so dizzy I almost pass out. I may end up back in bed if I let go and faint. Sometimes I've been embracing a rush of useless information. Normal stuff you'd see at the school, like the hustle and bustle of my classmates by the entrance. It hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. When I push the thought, my field of vision fizzles. Today, there's a crowd of students milling in front of the school gate, or being directed that way. As to what's going on, there's a boy in a black uniform in front of the school gate. He's my friend, as I recall. He's Rederb, as I recall. I remember this from the first time when he noticed me looking at him through the crack. Morning, lovely weather we're having, don't you think? You look so surprised. Speaks assembly that this moment student council strictly enforced school rules. Runs through the spiel as if this was the first time he'd ever disclosed the information. Read know. Heard this. I know it. I already know what happens. It happened more than once. Please by a headache. I'm so dizzy. I feel like I'm being forcibly logged out of my consciousness. Firstly, let me check student ID. Shouldn't need to remind you, but you should have it on you at all times. D is being checked. It's so obvious now. You don't need to make to the question that usually makes me go dizzy. Okay. Now the hard choices here. So both choices are canon, but it depends which version of the canon I want. Yeah, so pretty much the male version, he's the one that they use for all this. Like the anime uses him, Fate Grand Order uses him. He's the one that officially succeeds in this. But there is also the version where it's the female version. But if you go off the canon story of this, like going off Fate Extra Last Recollection, she does her run through first and fails. Then he goes through a lot later and then succeeds. I mean, I will probably go for the female one, just because. Yeah, I think I will go for the female. Just for personal preference. Like, I'm pretty sure the story itself is the same, like the whole thing, so. Yeah, I know in Fate Extella it does matter, but in this I think it doesn't. Yeah, so we'll go with the female. I'll make it the official name. Kishinami, how you actually spell it. You could look that up, because I don't remember how you spell it. Actually, I'm not sure if the name even fits. No, it doesn't. The name doesn't fit. It's Akana Kishinami, the official name. That's actually really annoying. Yeah, you're missing one letter. Oh, that is really annoying. Yeah, literally one letter off, and you could have had their actual name. Akano Public. Nickname, of course. It's not telling when an emergency might occur, and I will be a help if you have your ID. Well, she said that has nothing to do with what I ate for breakfast this morning. And not just because of the water around me. Repeating itself over and over is making me sick. Nothing from scratching collar, check. Pen hands, check. I'm not wearing pants. Girl skirt. Your socks, check. Get my way. No repetition to stop. Hold. No push on side and go forward. Not nice about it either. Contents of your bag, notebooks, textbooks, pencil books, not even all for contraband. Okay, and your haircut is sensible. Keep going, Malcolm. I keep knocking loudly even though it's facing no one. Vague, I'm shivering. I know one thing for sure. This is wrong, it can't be in school, I know it can't be. Do I have to hurry and wake up or else it will be too late? But who am I awakening for? And it's only getting worse. You know, it's when I desperately try to find a way to get this situation. It's the norm, my vision is overlaid with some kind of unnatural distortion. Uneasiness, futility, emptiness. I want someone to explain to me the true nature behind all of these feelings. The key to something that will have the answers to all my questions. Okay. I'm guessing I just need to go. Yeah, follow Leo again. Then on the first floor, my feelings of unease intensify. Student wearing a red uniform, Leo, the new transfer student. I immediately feel intimidated, humiliated. I'm telling behind him looks like one of my classmates. Think of it, the more I realise that Leo isn't the only anomaly I've come across while on campus. There are other things that seem off as well. It's becoming clear now that there are people who shouldn't exist, since the mysterious events of the face of reality becoming unrivaled. Turn away. What is the truth? Don't turn away now. What defines the world you know? Don't turn away now. What is the reason why you're here? Come. Do not allow yourself to close your eyes to the truth. You're one of the guys from my class talking in the hallway. Up ahead. Indeed, was quite impressive, even the surrounding area was surprisingly substantial. If that is the case, this world is in some ways more real than the real world it represents. How about you guys? What are your thoughts on this? You guys, whoever it feels like he's going to be in his comment. Oh, no, speaking to my classmates, seeing oblivious to my presence. Greetings, I believe this is the first time we've had a natural conversation. Yes, me as well, with no hostility. However, I think malicious behind his smile. Down in the school, it wasn't half bad. I've never had the opportunity to go to one before now. I was paid. Here, this has been quite an interesting experience. However, the time for fun has come to an end. I did not come here to play at being a student. No matter how enjoyable the detour, eventually one must return to their appointed path. And for me, the time to do so has arrived. So once Leo turns his back on me. Farewell. No, that's not quite right. I don't think farewell would be accurate in this situation. As I cannot explain, I have the distinct feeling that we will see each other again. So I guess the Condian will see you later. It's time for me to move on. I wish you the best luck. Leo says much. We've been going so far, talking in my direction. So for any inexplicable reason, I'm not surprised that Leo knew I was spying on him. Trying to get things straight now in my mind when Leo suddenly disappears. William also disappears after touching the same spot on the wall. So many vanishes my vision thoughts and the show returns to overwhelm me. What's going on here? I wonder what this place is. I wonder if this place is the source of my uneasiness. Okay, I place my hand on the wall, expecting to be drawn in. You see now the truth why I have these feelings begins right here. I want to know. Yeah, Leo. Atmosphere changes. Doorway, an entrance where the concrete wall used to be. It's not something of this world. There's no doubt this door will lead to some place unfathomable. Bid farewell to the false world and take my first step towards truth. Entrance to another world. This door the previous day. They imperfectly describes the view before me. Why me? It's my strange silent attendant. Between my sword and shield for what lies ahead, a disembodied voice suddenly confirms my thoughts. Although I have yet to learn anything, I need to do something besides Dante. At the very least, there might be some clues to this bizarre experience up ahead. No choice but to head into the darkness with only this strange doll as protection. A lot of running. Like a typical school campus, the floors are all here. Even the aura feels slightly off. Yeah, it wouldn't be surprised me to see a monster pop out of the shadows. It's very much like a dungeon here. Welcome, potential master. Suddenness, voice begins speaking. It sounds like it's coming from an empty sky above. Think for answers, you must reach the goal. Now please step forward. The illuminated cube in front of you is called an item folder. Inside of it is a farewell present of sorts for all that's about to face in the coming trial. Touch it to open it. You need the shard, what the hell that is. I don't know why the... Before you use an enemy program, it's programmed to attack on sight, touching you will initiate a battle. If you fire as you are too fragile, FG given to you will fight in your stead. If your FG is ever destroyed in battle, you will no longer be shielded from harm. Equivalently, you will die, so be very careful in battle. There's no need to be afraid for now. Just do what I say and you'll be perfectly safe for the time being. First off, why don't I explain a little bit about the battles? First of all, there are 3 basic commands. If you initiate in battle, attack, guard and break. Each turn in battle is composed of 6 actions. You need to tell your FG what strategy is to make. That's fine. Enemy before you. The enemy before you should be quite easy to defeat. You will only need to perform break. Break, which is focused on solely on power, which shouldn't be much of a problem against attack. Now use the attack command to destroy the program. Use the direction mouse to choose the command. And press X. Confirmation. Takes commands using the up direction button and press X to initiate annihilate the enemy. Yeah, this game is like literally rock, paper, scissors. So, how did it go? One thing to know that in each turn you'll have to plan a series of 6 moves that will defeat your foe. The goal is to still far ahead. You must bask in the afterglow of your victory, so on moving forward. Yep. Look, here comes another program. You seem nervous, perhaps you're anxious about fighting in another battle. Don't be alarmed that the enemy isn't strong enough to harm you. It is programmed to only use attack. Attack is a pertinent action, using guard below you to defend and then counterattack. Used to reduce the damage caused by an enemy attack. Does you know this? Now you know how this battle will unfold. Use the appropriate command to defeat the enemy program. Yes, that's exactly right. As you may have already noticed performing these sexual actions in it. Rederb was in a chain. Chain attacks, you can perform a devastating follow-up attack on your opponent. Yes. Your chain attacks in a hit battle may be difficult result to make it worth the effort. Now please proceed. I have no idea why this is as fast as I can move the camera. Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to do that one. I'm just about at this point, but we'll walk you through this one last time. This Pokemon will only use guard, do nothing. It's better to defend against harm. How strong one's defense is, if not against the break command. So then, use guard command, using break. So for the appropriate command in any given situation. You have been through 3 battles and used attack, guard and break commands. So as intuitive and observant as you must have already noticed this. Attacks balances each other, now creating a situation where no attack is dominant. How it is the absolute basis of battle and minimum info you'll need to know. Master all the basics, all there is left to test out yourself in a battle. Get valuable experience. Now please proceed. Don't worry, it's not all going to be just that easy. Can confirm. The program that you face a farm. You need to move. I'm in a real fight. Like you, they will reduce their attack, respect the situation and general observation. It'll be very difficult for you to protect them first. To face the same enemy multiple times, you'll be able to read their tendencies and patterns more accurately. Will be most hidden from you. Able to catch your opponent's move full. Whether only limited information is key to victory. Oops. Although, considering your lack of fighting experience, I may be expecting far too much from you. Anyway, please try your best. Okay, so attack, break. Attack, break, just for the other one. Good job. Alright then, please proceed to the final room. Made it. At the end of the very long road, after going through a door, one appeared in the wall. They persevere at this place where the spirits of the dead still linger. It's my goal. That's what I thought. It appears someone had collapsed. No, look at his face. The student who was following Leo just now. I got to him, but I get no reply. Shake him in an attempt to wake him, but then I noticed He is stone cold. Get out of the courts before me. I can no longer think coherently. All I can do is stare in bewilderment. It is at this moment. FG. The fallen FG lying next to the male student comes to his feet with a clatter. They fight several enemy programs to get here. It's obvious that there's an enemy as well. But the warning suddenly twists around and comes right at me. It's very fucking solid. Oh god, he's kicking my ass. Oh damn, I lost. Well, that's the end of the game. Back as well. This voice. Time has come with your inevitable loss. I'll consider this round of preliminaries to be over. I pray you find peace in your annihilation. There's the voice's final words to me. I don't have the power to protest. All I can do is stare at the floor. I think I'm going to die here. Something on the edge of my now hazy vision. A number of brown-coloured lumps seem to be rising from the ground. Gee, I think that must be just noticed them now. Being there from the beginning for all I know. I thought that the bodies of the untold number of fallen Tsukimihara Academy students. Okay, now. I wasn't the only one to fall. All the others made it here and died, unable to do anything. In a short while, I suppose I'll become one of them. Maybe I should just close my eyes. I did all I could, so maybe better for now. Just don't do it. I refuse. Yup, I don't have all my strength in attempt to get back on my feet. However, I try to move, and a bit of intense pain shoots through my entire body. That's how it's going to be. No. If this is, I still refuse. And like this, I cannot ignore the intense pain coursing through my body. I've reached a point where I no longer see stars as my eyes feel like they're on fire. I feel like all five. My senses are being ripped from my body. I'm afraid of the pain. I'm afraid of losing my senses. I'm afraid of becoming a corpse. A terrifying thing. Disappearing without a trace for any reason at all. It's not right that I despair here. My conscience shot through with woes of distortion, screams out against all the injustice of it all. What's the purpose of suffering through these headaches just to fade away here and now? What are they all for if I just fade away here and now? It's okay if I'm scared, it's okay if I'm in pain. It rise above all of that. Because I have yet to find out my own volition and on my own terms. Indeed, you must embrace your fear of death and fight on regardless, whatever fate may await you. Well spoken, aimless traveller. Even if the world will never hear of your desire, know that I admire and respect it. Close your hands into fist and raise your head. Your end has yet to come. In fact, your destiny begins now. The breaking glass is accompanied by a light cut through the glow. Managed to move my weary body again to see what's happening. Didn't notice it before, but something was slowly rising out from the floor in the middle of the room. A form. It's a woman. of a human being, but certainly something different clearly so. The power from it turns it into that of any human, of any enemy I've faced in getting here. A power that seems to be as if it'd vaporise anyone that touched swells within my body. Swells within my body, almost against my will. Oh, well, she wants more. Answer me. Are you my master? Yes. There was a few, but beautiful. I like that. I want to ask you. How privileged you feel something me. When I give you my blessing, I will bestow upon you the honour of being my master. That unhelms me to my feet. And she grabbed comes a sudden warmth and then sharp pain. I feel like I cut with a knife. And that's tattooed with it's associated with like some kind of crest. Don't confuse I alternate between staring at the mark on my hand and the person standing before me. And then Barney brings me back to my senses. Then I run to see that the effigy from before is still there. In a fighting stance. I wouldn't control it, even calling my previous defeat at its hands. What an excitable master I have. Why are you so flustered? I'm lying by your side. Have no fear that you may lose your way. Remember, the victory is all that matters. Our blade is the ultimate instrument. Even the mute uses himself bound before the sound effects. Master, struggling with my sword. Show me what the extent of your ability using this first battle. Guard, attack, break. Woo, level 2. Got some HP, some MP, and some bombs. The G stops moving. There's no way it'll still function even after being effectively torn apart. Other than at all, considering how long I've been waiting for such a moment, I'm truly unsatisfied. She continues to talk, however, the sound of her voice doesn't quite reach my ears. I think her in front of the mark of my hand and grew in intensity during that fight. When the working pain has become unbearable, it burns from my consciousness. The mark imprinted on your hand is your command seal, proof that you hold dominion over a servant. You can use it to give 3 orders that must be obeyed. Think of them as disposable strengthening spells. It is also proof of your participation in the Holy Grail War. If you lose it for some reason, you will die. Once again I hear that voice. Somehow I manage to ignore the pain and listen to what it has to say. I can understand your confusion, but before I forget, congratulations, you have endured much to make it here. No rest for a while, you've achieved your first goal. It was an incredibly clumsy effort, to say the least, but that's what made it all the more entertaining. I've had this issue for a long time, but this is the first time I've seen a master as help this issue. Nevertheless, I'm proud of your achievement. Your quick thinking came as a result of nerves and rationals. But the voice the voice sounds like that of a 30-year-old man. It's really irritatingly smug. For some reason, I can sense the owner of the voice. It's a priest dressed in a somber cassock. Oh, I know who that is. No, you're curious about my identity. Right, but I'm insignificant. I'm merely part of the system. I'm just a guide. Tasked with giving a standard message that gives the personality of a prior participant. I'm no more than words, no more than the man in you who just conquered. No more than a record of your past. Record. If raised any Joseph's voice, what does it mean? I won't receive any answers in return. Exactly. Well, this is not expected. You have ceased accommodation. Something about you having a light. Nick. I have no clue what I would say. Who would say such a thing about me? The short phrase struck my heart because for some unknown reason I knew the words were sincere. As for I expect good things from you. It seemed like one more of a command and encouragement. Now it's commenced your baptism. You have proven yourself worthy of this honour. For most of the monotony everyday life continues without end. Your dedication to look beyond the accepted and progress means you have earned the right to exist. Cool. However, you have taken the first step. Be jubilant and night, for the Holy Grail will begin now. I have no idea what he's talking about. The Holy Grail War, the right to exist. That's correct. Any object of great power once existed in the world that one couldn't grant any desire. People called it the Holy Grail, fought endlessly in an attempt to gain some possession of it. This world system you find yourself in now, the evolution of these struggles. Struggle at the end was a deadly struggle, where many magi will perish in pursuit of the Holy Grail. Listen, magi. Not bestowed upon the earth's desire, you'd be merely a saints capable of committing sin. Now fight to the death. The fiery throne of heaven will only receive those the strongest of desires. The voice reverberates throughout the hidden chapel as if it were the voice of God. Kill, magi, Holy Grail, that one's wishes. These questions, more swirl inside my head, almost seem to carve themselves into my brain. Phew. Kill, my guy. Holy Grail, that one's wishes. These questions and more. Swirls. In war, weapons needed. There is your servant. There your spear. Yeah, that pierces the shield that protects. And your soul, whose purpose is to clear the way for the Grail. And your soul keeper. Purpose is to clear your way into the Grail. That is the one that stands before you, beside you. Glance over the young woman who in red who's standing next to me, just looking up into the sky. She is my servant. Yeah. It seems you have decided, and with that decision as payment, I now open the gates to the Holy Grail. Ugh. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Knocks on the hand, once again. It's excruciatingly painful, so I can't take any more. Reach the limits of my endurance, and my will starts to shut down to the consciousness. Yeah, this is going to be a shorter stream than the last night's, because I don't know why, I'm just not feeling like overly up for this. So I will get to a safe one. There's probably one soon anyway. I can really hear the voice's final words. And I'll let the Holy Grail War begin. No matter the era, deciding who is worthy through battle is the divine prudence of man. I guy who is being invited here by the moon. Show me your true strength. Okay, yeah, saved. Okay, oh yeah, so... I think I am just going to